a job came up for a disc jockey, King's Cross Disco. That nightclub was probably the best disco in the city at the time. All we played was all the soul stars of the day. So as these American R&R guys walk past, they'd hear their music. Hey, we'll go in there and check this joint out. Ward Austin was the big jock. He backed me, and there was a job came up on TUW, and I got in there.
Stick around.
He was a pop star in our eyes, you know, and so there was, you know, and there was a few. We were just starting to crawl our way into the scene, into the music scene, if you like, you know, and Donnie as a Go Set reporter and a DJ, you know, it was, you know, very smart to hang around people like that.
A lot of the jocks were like in their 40s and 45s, you know, and here am I, 25, 26. The teenager can relate to you better. It was almost like I'd been about jockeys and racing. I took that into the entertainment area, and I knew everything about every entertainer and why they were there, and I wanted to try and be really good at something.
We didn't sort of have many greyhounds because we had the two children, and
never had one or two.
We only ever had one or two because we sort of give them a really good schooling and that. And then when they grew up, then we thought, oh well, we may as well get a few more greyhounds. And we got a few more and a few more and a few more. Till we've got how many?
Oh, quite a
Something
few.
for us to do. Then the lawn bowls will be go.
Hello, I'm Donnie Sutherland, and welcome to Sound Unlimited.
Graham Webb of Channel 7 came back from overseas and had this idea, a music film clip type show.
What about the new single?
I like your sunglasses. They're really good.
They're
Those
nice,
sunglasses, aren't they?
Polaroid.
Oh, good to see you, mate.
And Sunday.
It was on every Saturday morning. And we went to 120 stations at one stage. We were in every state, and we won everywhere.
Congratulations on your success so far here for the launch of an Australian
Thanks
album.
for the free drink.
Yeah.
Hello, Mum.
And there are some birds over there that you might like to meet too.
Okay.
Thin Lizzy and the boys are back in town, and they're going over there to rage.
It was just a laid-back feel that I had, and I love talking to people, and I think because it was that feel, they relaxed.
Well, it was always quite easy because, I mean, believe it or not, we were usually hungover. You know, it was Saturday morning, and Donnie likes to drink, and I like to drink, and you'd usually be out having a wind-down drink after the gig the night before, or in Donnie's case, just out having a drink. But actually getting out of bed was difficult, but once you were up and moving, it was fine, and you go into Channel 7, and you sit down, you just couldn't wait because you knew that it was going to be fun.
Do you like the term godfather of punk?
You know, when the first time the word punk appeared in print, I had to look up what it meant. You know, I looked in the dictionary.
What did it initially mean?
It meant a kid who traded sexual favors in prison.
I wouldn't classify you in that area at all.
And Donnie had a sort of a canniness about him. He had a great capacity to just connect naturally with people. There is nothing forced about him. He seemed to be in there, knew what was going on, he knew who to speak to, and no matter what you wanted to know about, it would be there on sound somehow.
I used to watch him on sounds and still kept in contact with his mum. Always knew what he was up to, and I just sort of settled down more than what Donnie did, you know.
Parties were outrageous. I can't say too much about too many people, but I could just say there were twins from Tasmania who one had become a penthouse pet, and we asked could they come on together, and a few of us, and partied into the wee small hours. Those girls, we were rung up by Penthouse Pet 2 days later asking where they were and would we please send them back.